Yeah, welcome to Unified Media Dropping Gems Podcast. Let's get it.
Yep. Unified Media, Dropping Gems Podcast, Season 2, Episode 1. Topic of conversation revolves around the wisdom within. We're going to discuss the obstacles, trials, and tribulations that we face from last episode till now, currently. Like and share this video to those who will find this information useful. Tune into the show once a week, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube, where we have raw, uncut, open discussions that can range with insightful and educational information across the board. Other episodes will include past and current events, trending topics, conspiracies, personal journey, and more. We also like to invite special guests to shed light on who they are and what professional industry they're currently in. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, email droppinggemspodcasting@gmail.com with your name, business, industry, IG at, and brief bio. Hosted by yours truly, JL the Truth, and my brother Ak, ONTL the One. Support the show by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. We're here. We got a
Yes,
very
sir.
special guest today.
That's a cool little background you got right there, Bets.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's mainly Fortnite, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, we
hey,
lost
man.
JR.
Man, sometimes that happens, man. We okay with the technical issues, but ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a good welcome to our good friend. JR gonna probably reintroduce you, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you. You know what I'm saying? This man right here has done a number of things in the gaming world. He has, as you can see in the background there, a few things that represent his whole life. I mean, we want to go ahead and give a round of applause to our good brother, our friend, Mr. Bats Battles. What it do, James?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, my brothers? How's everything? It's a pleasure to
Man,
be here, man.
No, for sure, for sure. I felt that it was pivotal to introduce a wise person that's been in my life since we were young. We've represented Jersey City, Hudson County, Union City for some time. We've shed blood, tears, and sweat in
Hmm.
multiple facets in life. Now we're truly blessed to say that we're husbands, fathers, pioneers, um, friends, entrepreneurs. The list goes on and on. But one thing I can contest with these two brothers, Ak and Mr. James Guerrero, is that these brothers have some great insight that a lot of others can relate to in terms of facing obstacles, going through trials and tribulations, but coming out great on the other side, coming out a winner, having a great success story, something that people can look up to, young people of our generation can look up to, my kids look up to currently. And I'm just blessed to have these brothers in my life, in my circle, and I wouldn't want to have it no other way. James, first thing I want to get into is what is Bats Battles? What is the subsidiary Night Riders? What does that include? What community is that? And how did you get into that?
Well, Bats Battles was basically a thought out of nowhere that I created when I wanted to jump into the gaming community. It was basically just a hobby, or it was supposed to be a hobby, just something that I just started, let me start playing video games, putting them on YouTube. That's really what it was. Just to give you a quick backstory, the idea was spawned from my oldest daughter. She was watching me play video games one day, and she was just like, "Dad, why don't you stream it?" And I said, "Who wants to watch me play video games?" And I thank God I was wrong, man. Like right now I'm sitting on a platform about to hit 16K subscribers. I've been doing this for about 7 months now.
Mm,
Yeah, I started probably of October or November of last year,
mm.
and it just blossomed. I just recently started going live on Kick, and within a matter of 2 weeks, I've already acquired an affiliate with Kick. So now I got subscribers subscribing to my channel. I amassed an extra 5 subscribers today, which all of that helps monetize the channel. I started a clothing brand Bats Battles clothing. We have Night Riders. And what is Night Riders? Night Riders is basically the official recognized gaming team or competing team
Mm,
for Bats Battles. I
Mm.
tried to get on other teams. I try to reach out to FaZe. I try to reach out to NRG. I try to reach out to Power. And because I wasn't well known in the scene, a lot of those guys didn't give me time of day. I'm not knocking them. You guys are still top notch in my page. I'm still aspiring to get Night Riders to your guys' level. But just being a new person on the team, they weren't trying to give me time of day. So I ran into a lot of other gamers that are really worth their medal, that really can rock, man. And they were getting basically shown the same love. So I decided to build Night Riders to give gamers like myself that are true competitors a chance to get onto the competitive scene. Basically, a backdoor entrance for us to get into invitationals, for us to get paid. And luckily, through the platform of YouTube, we were able to get recognized by Epic, and now we are recognized as an official competing team. So go
that
Night
is
Riders.
that's amazing.
Man, yeah, dude, that is awesome, bro. Like, congratulations and like many more blessings to you, man. Because that's a epic thing, and a good thing you said. You gave respect back to those who did not want to or didn't see the potential in you, because at the end of the day, sometimes that redirection is needed when you need to become who you are and who you need to be. You get what I mean? So
Exactly.
if you wouldn't have, if you would have went with them and been over there, great things would have happened. But I think the greater things are going to happen now that you got with Night Riders, and you put that thing together, man. So it's a good look, man. Congratulations again.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate
I agree. I think it's one of those things where it's like, had you gotten the opportunity with our on already established gaming community, gaming team, whatever the case may be, you come in as just a team member, somebody that can be the next sniper, the next medic, whatever it is that position you would have entitled. But at the end of the day, you would have been cased that shadow along with everybody else. The only one that really gets the recognition is the branding itself, phase, whatever it is, organization it is, and then the guy that leads it, him and the
it. Mhm.
co-captain. So like you said, not knocking them, I think those guys are great at what they do. I think they
Mm-hmm.
set a precedent, a bar that you're looking to face. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people. I like to come in, close all the doors on me, slam all the doors on me, but just make sure that when you slam that door, you don't keep a creak and a space open for me, because I see a space, that means I'm ready to come in. I could kick that bitch down and start my own shit,
Man.
and that's generally what it is. You've decided to create your own brand, presented it in a fashionable way. You accomplished something to me that's quite impressive, incredible. 7 months. I mean, it took me 12
Mm-hmm.
years just to see 5,000 subscribers, you know. But what I've realized is that whether it's 7 months or 12 years, once you accomplish it and you get a sense of what you did differently that gets you through that threshold, you double up on that. You double up
Yeah.
on that, and you go crazy. That's why I went from 5 to 10 to 15 and now 16,000 subscribers. The goal is 50,000, and then after that, you're gonna double it. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Exactly.
100K.
It's gonna
So
keep growing, man.
yeah, just
Yeah.
you're at your pace. I think you're at a good stride right now. You're building momentum. You have a great brand. I purchased the Night Riders tank top myself. Excuse me. I appreciate you brothers copping some of that Dead Pharaohs gear. And
Yeah.
right now it's easy to say, go hit that YouTube button, subscribe, hit the notification bell for both these brothers. You got Night Riders and Bats Battles here on Dropping Gems Season 2. You have Ak, ONTL Dewan, the ONTL Entertainment. The whole brand is crazy. Wan Wan just dropped a new visual. Make sure you go check that ONTL
Want to
Wan Wan
see me? They
record
don't
Want
want
to
to
out.
see
see me?
They ain't want to see me. Right now on YouTube, we about to go crazy
me.
with a campaign. So
Yep.
today's concept is grabbing what you just heard, that introduction, right? And the wisdom within. Uh, what did you when your child, I believe it was your daughter, right? Your
Yeah.
oldest daughter, when she presented to you the idea, hey dad, I think you should take this gaming thing a little bit more serious. Stream on YouTube and go crazy. I think people will watch you. Then you thought, man, let me try it. Then you notice, hey, I can actually leverage this and turn this into a business. What was your first initial thought when your daughter presented it to you? Like, okay, this is what was the first goal? Like, this is what I'm gonna do with it. But then you realize the switch was like, oh shit, I could actually turn this to a business. So walk us through those two steps.
Well, I mean, when she first brought it to me, I like I said, it was a hobby, man. You know, I had no idea. I had no even inclination that people were gonna actually sit down and watch me. I figured that by this time, right now, from when I started 7 months ago, I'd probably have 25 subscribers. Keeping
Wow.
it all the way honest with you guys,
So you had no
because
expectation.
none at all, because
Okay.
there's so many people on you know, I failed to mention, but I stream Fortnite. You know, I play Fortnite. So many people have already hit an expert level on that game and on YouTube that I'm competing against people who already have 1 million followers. You know, they get a,
Mhm.
200,000 views per video. You know, people
Mhm.
I watch, shout out to TG, shout out to Cypher PK, shout out to Ninja, you know, like those guys, they set the bar. So I never imagined that I would even be sitting at a table with them, to be completely honest with you guys. And the first month came around and I was looking at 500 subscribers. And I'm looking at my wife like, yo, I just got an email from YouTube saying that I'm halfway on getting monetized. And I'm like, no way.
Was
Like,
that this? Was that this? Was it that moment that you said, okay, now that I see that I'm halfway through this threshold, I can turn this into a business, or was it not
no.
there yet? Not
I,
there.
honestly, I thought it was beginner's luck.
Ah, so you were still under like
Mhm.
Yeah, I was under
undermining
the
it.
impression that, it was basically because I have, followers on Facebook, I have followers on Instagram and all that stuff, because before this I used to do a lot of tattoos. So, hey, shout out
Okay.
Taylor. Let's go. Night Riders. Thank you guys for jumping in and showing love. Those are some of my teammates right there, man. I love you guys.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
And
Share this live if y'all can.
at the end of the day, I really had no idea that this was gonna take off. It wasn't until about December that I was literally this close to getting monetized, and everything just kind of blew up, and I sat there and I spoke, and I had already created the Night Riders. So I spoke with them, and I was just like, guys, like, I'm really thinking about buckling down on this and like making it big. And they were just like, yo, and the Night Riders, yo, I give them all my love, man, because they are such an amazing support team. Like,
Mm.
they've been behind me 100% all the way, and
Is
like
it
I
a
had my own mini army. You
is it a
feel me?
team
Every
of
time I had an idea, they were just like, "Do it, Bat. You got this, bro. Like, yo, let me know. I'll subscribe, and I'll I got my friends, retweeting my stuff and sharing my stuff, and like really having faith in what I'm doing. And before you know it, I got to my first 1,000 subscribers, and then after that, it turned into 4,500, and I thought I was gonna stay right there. I was just like, all right, yo, I'm looking pretty good. Then months started passing by. Then I'm just like, I'm looking at my wife like, babe, I'm about to hit 10,000, yo. Like, people are watching me. Like,
mm.
they're really watching me. And now I'm sitting, at 15.8. I'm like a little less than 200 away from 16,000 subscribers. Like I said, in a matter of 2 weeks, I ended up getting an affiliate with Kick Live Streaming. Sponsors have been coming out of the woodwork, and I would have to say it was just around the time I got my first sponsor, literally maybe like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, that I really said, you know what, this is it. I'm still doing tattoos and stuff like that. I was still working on cars because I really didn't understand. Sorry, my son's in the background.
No,
I
no,
really
No,
didn't
it's
think
fine.
that this was gonna help me propel myself into anything. you know. But the sponsors started showing up with you know, I'm just gonna be candid. You feel me? They were talking 500, $750 just to make a commercial that's 30 seconds long.
And
And
is that per commercial?
no, it's just one.
Wow.
I put up one commercial on a YouTube channel and I let it run for 30 days.
Wow. And they'll
And
just
that's really all I have to
is
do.
it a
I just have to
duration?
keep the
Keep it
channel
up,
alive.
keep it
That's
up,
it.
and then the duration of the contract is how long?
I depends on them. So,
Oh,
like the last one I just had with Babbel, shout out to Babbel.com. Language barrier, they teach you everything you need to know. Um, you know, they had me down for I think it was a month and 15 days.
mm.
And at the end of that contract, they cut me a check for 500.
Now the Night Riders. How many team members is it? It's you and how many?
When we first started, we were 15 strong. And due to life circumstances and you know some people, you know, work got in the way, and you know it's I'm trying to get to a point where I can start paying my team members to play, you know, but I'm still grinding to get there. So
Right, right,
due to
right. It's a
life
good. It's
expectancy, some of them had to drop out. I mean, to me, they're always night riders, you know,
right.
they're gonna be night riders. But now I think we're maybe at 8 or 9 strong, you know, just rocking out, playing, and you know, I have them on. You know, if you guys check out my YouTube, you'll see all types of names. Anything with an NRZ in front of it, that's a Night Rider. And you know,
Amazing.
they're here on the chat right now, man, and I love it. Thank you guys.
So when was that initial point when you saw the transition and you were like, I can turn this into a business? Was it when you hit that 10,000 mark
Honestly,
or
it was right around that time, like around the time I got the first sponsorship, where I felt that the audience, the viewers, were taking me seriously. You know, that they were seeing me as a content creator. Epic Games hired me. You know, now I'm an official Epic partner. I get paid to put up content for them. And then slowly after that, I got hired as an EA video games tester too. So that's when I realized that, you know, they see me, as a real candidate. They see me as a real content creator. And you know, I just opened Fortnite the other day and Epic sent me brand new skins. They sent me skins for free, and I'm just like, yo, like I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You know, I'm looking to get a locker bundle soon, and then maybe in like 2 years from now, I can get it. I can get an icon series where I'm actually in the game.
what? And that's all amazing stuff, incredible stuff. Can we talk about what you have faced so far, what you continue to face, and how you plan to overcome it?
Yeah, honestly, what we all face, anybody who's starting brand new in anything, is that you're gonna run into the naysayers. You know, people who are gonna look at you like, you know, you're a grown man. What are you doing playing video games all day? You know, you have those people who look at people who play video games all day like they're people with no lives. You know, and that's contrary. You know, I have 4 children. You know, I have 4 children, and one of them is newborn. He's 5 months, about to be 6 months right now. And you know, like I said, I do tattoos. You know, I know how to work on cars. Like I used to be a bouncer at the bar, like and right now I'm actively a minister in training with Restoration Worldwide Ministries. Restoration, I
Love it.
mean, I'm an active minister in training right now. So you know, like yeah, we do have lives. You know, our lives don't revolve around the game. And when you hit, and another thing that we deal with is that when you hit a certain level, a certain stature, you deal with the haters. You know, people
Yeah,
who just are looking at you in a certain type of light or in a
it's
different
not
light because you
they
know
didn't make
now
you, you
you're
did.
famous, or you know now you're big talk, you know, big dog and
Mhm.
big target and all this other stuff. And it's just like, yo, I'm still me. You know,
Right
I'm
now, it's
still
changed.
me.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Nothing's
nothing's
changed, but
changed. Just
just what I
because,
do.
yeah,
Not
you
me.
know.
I just got better.
Pretty much. And you know, now, you know, and it the sad part is that it comes within the friendships. You know, I've lost friends along the way who, you know, because I took my job seriously and they didn't take it seriously, and they're just like, you know what, then you know, whatever, bat, like, you know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ride with you. And that's all right. You know, everybody's
You
entitled
don't
to,
need them, man. You don't need them. They would have slowed the process down. You feel me? So
you
you know
know,
they
but
couldn't be in the picture.
at the end of the day, being a minister or soon to be minister and stuff like that, I continue to pray for them, because at the end of the day, I understand what the spirit of hate and the spirit of jealousy does to people.
Mhm.
It distorts your thoughts, it distorts your mind, it distorts your heart towards people.
Your
So at
vision,
the
bro.
end of
You
the
can't
day,
see. You can't see
yeah,
correctly.
yeah. So I just continue to pray for them, and I ask God to work in them and do what they got to do, and I continue to support them. I'm not gonna allow them to deter my character, like I'm still gonna show you love. I'm still gonna be your number one fan, like I'm gonna be there for you. You feel me? I don't need it reciprocated. You feel me? Because I am me. I am who I'm gonna be. So that's really one of the big obstacles that you run into. Like but 50 said it the best. If they hate, let them hate and watch the money pile up.
Mhm. That's a fact.
Hey, he did say that. You feel me? He did say that. You feel me?
Yeah, I
How
mean,
how
Yeah.
how can we speak on um
the babies are talking to each other.
oh no,
Hey, bro.
it's
Hey, bro.
amazing.
Like communicating.
They having a conversation about the show right now. They're
Yeah,
waking
yeah.
that they're
Right,
about to bring
right,
to the
right. They
world.
part of the show, so
Right.
they gotta
That's the
go ahead and
next
get
that's
their
the next
coffee.
generation of dropping gems right here.
but
You know it.
but yeah, man, love the babies in the background. I love it all. Love
Mhm.
it's just a natural state. There's nothing fabricated. We go live. What you see is what you get. What you hear is what you hear. But
Yep.
moving forward, uh James, what can you say to the audience of like you come from a city where and this happens in any city, but you come from a city where everybody's in the same pocket, so to speak, within the same radius. You know what I mean? Then you stray away from certain individuals because you grow past them, things of that nature. What was it that you came across on social media? We haven't spoken in over a decade, and we picked up exactly where we left off, if not even better. Our relationship has grown even stronger. But what was it that you noticed that you saw on social media that led you over to this side to collaborate with guys like me and ONT of the Water?
Honestly,
Just to
and
show
I'm
the
gonna keep
power of social media to the
yeah,
audience.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck, man. Well, you guys heard I go back with JR since before the facial hair. Since before we had the facial
That's
hair,
a,
man. We go
that
way
could be a
back,
minute.
and me and JR were kids, man. We were kids talking about dreams.
Yeah.
He brought it up to me one day that he was gonna do music, and I told him, I laughed at him. I was just like, bro, you're not gonna do music. But he's like, nah, watch, I'm gonna do it one day. I was just like, bro, the day you do it, the day you become good at music and you do your thing with the music, bro, I'm like, I'm gonna be your number one fan. I got you, and I'm gonna ride with you all the way. And fast forward a little time later, now we're men, we're like in our 20s or something, and I run into him. He tells me he's looking for a job, and I'm just like, yo, we're hiring at my store. Bring him into GameStop. And as we were working at GameStop, I look at him and I say, yo, one day I'm gonna own the gaming industry. And he looked at me and he was just like, and this is the love right here. You feel me? He didn't laugh at me. He said, I believe it. He literally looked at me and said, I believe it.
I believe
So,
you.
I
That's what
mean,
I say. I
not for
believe you.
nothing, that put a fire in me. You feel me? That put a fire in me. So, you know, fast forward 10, 11 years later that we just disconnected. You feel me? Like, we moved
You
times.
feel me?
Yo, Norjana, what's up? We disconnected and all this other stuff. And I'm scrolling through Facebook and just scrolling through Facebook, like literally nothing to do. So, and that's how God works, man. That's how God works. I'm scrolling through Facebook, and all of a sudden, I see my man's face on a billboard in New York. And I'm just like, no way. Immediately, I hit him up like, bro, I just saw that you were on a billboard in New York. Praise God, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you stuck with it. Just giving him all his praise, giving him his flowers, as the industry says. And at that point I was already kind of starting with Bats Battles. So I think I was about
Um,
like 10K in or something like that. And I'm seeing JR like, yo, you feel me? You're doing big things in music. I got big things in gaming. Like, what's up? You want to link up and do something? Like, you maybe throw me some music and I can put it on my channel, and just see what happens. Just see what happens. And this was a shot in the dark, man, that we both took. He saw me as his brother. I saw him as my brother. He's just like, yo, you know what? That's my brother James. I got you, bro. Anything you need, you can call on me. I got you. He threw me music, gave me early releases, like the works. I mean, JR went above and beyond for me. Bang, I started making little music videos. Like, you remember back in the day when we used to watch Dragon Ball Z music videos to like rock songs and stuff like that, but we saw Dragon Ball Z people fighting in the background. Yeah, so that's what sparked the idea. I was just like, let me do Fortnite fighting in the background, but to JR's music. And little did we both know the freaking chaos that was gonna cause, man. Like both our channels just started skyrocketing, and then people are out here, and they're asking me for the music. I'm sending them to Spotify, and they're talking to him, and they're people are just like, yo, I play Fortnite too, so he's sending me his people, and I mean, it's almost like it was destined to happen. And I'm just grateful that he stuck to what he said, I stuck to what I said. And being two guys from Jersey, man, like Jersey is the dream killer state. Feel me? If I can be honest with you, Jersey is the dream killer state. If you have a dream in New Jersey, man, you might as well just stay sleeping.
And they called us the little cousin to New York, so that's what we always had something to prove.
Yeah, but we did our thing, man, and here we are today. Like, now I'm being featured on a podcast. You feel me? Like life is just going crazy, man. Life is just going crazy.
That's how Yahweh works, bro. That's how Yahweh works, bro.
Amazing.
And with all of that whole that process, and that that the experience that you gain with that, what can you give to someone who would be wanting to start that, or looking into streaming live gaming and doing things of that nature?
Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody stop you, man. At the end of the day, put out your content. Do what you feel in your heart you need to do. Be the person you need to be. Like, at the end of the day, like if I would have sat here and just said, oh well, FaZe and NRG want nothing to do with me, I guess I'm not good enough, and just stopped, I mean, like, would I even be sitting here with y'all right now? Like, if somebody told JR, yo, you know what, I don't like your song, and then he just stopped, like, would he be sitting here right now? Same thing with you, Dewan. Like, if anybody said that, you know what, you weren't good enough to do what you want to do, whether it's photography, whether it's engineering music, whether it's producing or whatever, and you're just like, oh well, nobody likes it, oh well, that's it, I'm done.
Right.
Like, don't ever stop, man. Put out the content you need to put out, whether it's music, whether it's gaming, whether it's art, whatever it is. Amen. God is always good. And really put your heart into it. Don't sit here and try to be everybody else. Like, when I first started streaming, I was trying to be like TG, typical gamer, and I was trying to be like Cypher, and be pretty cut, and all this other stuff, and I can't have a beard online, and all, like, I was being fake, which is why it took me longer to get to where I am. You feel me? Once I started just being me, and letting people get to know me, like, hey, what's up? I'm not the bubbly guy, and I don't talk like I'm on a Barney episode. Like, this is my voice, this is how I speak. I keep it real, I keep it 100. And I don't curse, I just don't, which allowed me to reach multiple levels of people. You feel me? Now I'm considered a family friendly streamer, so now I can reach from 5 years old all the way to 55 years old.
So
everybody can watch.
Would you call yourself the Will Smith of gaming, since you don't?
No, I would never call myself the Will Smith of anything. I would never call myself the Will Smith of anything.
He can't be a person that gets slapped in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel me? I'm not gonna go around slapping people. As a matter of fact, I have this thing right here that says, I lift so I don't choke people.
Look at that. Look at that. Ironically.
You know,
Ironic.
so
Love
no,
it, man. Love the
honestly,
wisdom.
I wouldn't call myself the Will Smith of anything. I like referring to myself as the James G of Bats Battles.
The James G of
James
Bats
G.
Battles.
You know what I'm saying?
Impressive, man. Well, that's James. That's James Guerrero. That's James G of Bats Battle, CEO and founder of Knights Riders and Bats
Mhm.
Battle, the gaming YouTube community that's going crazy right now. He's crossed over into TikTok, Instagram, Twitter is where you want to engage with him if you want to get more personal with him as well, and James Guerrero on Google. So make sure you tap in with my brother. He's also working his way into through the ministry and things like to be a minister, and preaches the word of God, preaches the Bible, follows his morals and principles to the T. So if there's somebody that you would like to have conversations and sermon with over the phone or online on video, make sure to hit James G, and he'll definitely bless you with his time if you appreciate his time.
Yeah.
With Ak, we'll move over into Ak and ONTL Entertainment. Ak, it's been over a year. Well, I'm sorry, forgive me. It's been over a
Nah,
couple
it's good.
months since
Mhm.
the ending of season 1 of Dropping Gems. Then we had
Man,
season 2 of Center
season 2.
Stage uh with the music, which was a very powerful. The only thing we missed out on was the verses. So let's hope to get a verses the next time we come around. But
Right.
tell me, can you tell me how you felt that particular episode of Fatherhood? At the end of that, your son wasn't quite born yet. She was about to pop. What was in your thought process, your mind prior to your son? What was some of your expectations? What were some of the obstacles you faced through that blessing of now having your son here with you? And where do you guys see yourself growing within that relationship within the next 5 to 6 months?
Oh man.
It's a lot there to dissect, so we'll take it
Yeah,
one step
no,
at a
no, no,
time.
no,
So,
of course, of
you
course,
know,
of course, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a second to really put it. So I,
put it into
I put
words.
in, yeah, put it
Yeah,
into
yeah,
words,
yeah.
my perspective and
For
things.
sure,
But
for sure, for sure.
um now like when when I got the news, it was, something I always wanted, I was excited about it. So it was more like, all right, let me really like see and put together the plan, so or at least attempt to make sure that hey, I'm ready for my son to be to come into the world. So I was a little nervous, happy, and at the same time it was one of those like, like, oh damn, as the time was getting closer and closer, it was just like it's getting there. So I kept getting excited and still a little nervous, because this is something I wanted, but also something I know that comes as a big responsibility. So that's where the nerves came in. But right after the show, you know my son came in December. I think
Okay.
we ended the show somewhere time right before that. You know what
We
I'm
did. It
saying?
was
Yeah,
sometime in November.
yeah, sometime in November we ended the show, and so he came in December, and but that was the best like experience ever. Watching your child being born, into the world was like the most prestigious thing you can ever
So
experience,
you
and
were there. You were
life
you were
changing.
you were there during the whole process.
I was there during the whole process, bro. I
So
was
you
in there
saw
from
when
the
he
time we
came out,
got
he was
into
like this, like
it. Hey man, look, my man's came. He was a little heavy setup in there, man. You can
oh
hear him in the
really?
background. Yeah, he was
Eight
he was
pounds, 8, 9 pounds.
he was 9 pounds and like 26 ounces or something like that.
That's that
He was
fat.
he was huge.
What was he built on? What kind of food?
His mom and his dad. What we ate, man. Like we had a mixture. We had a mixture of all that good stuff. You feel me?
Amazing.
But when he came in on the day he was born, um, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like he was ready to come at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like tired. I was napping, and even though he was ready at 2, it seemed like at the time all of the other and the babies was ready to come all at the same time, so they went to take care of all of the other babies. So by the time they got done, it was 4 o'clock, bro. Like I don't know, my body just told me to pop up, and it popped up. As soon as I popped up, here comes the nurses and the doctors in here ready to deliver my son.
Wow.
It was the most
Amen.
craziest thing, bro. I was really tripped out, and so then, we started the process. I'm watching it, and I seen the head come out, and I was just like, it's happening. And then, he fully came out, and what I'm saying, he just was already trying to open his eyes. Lungs was real loud and strong. You know what I mean? It was just amazing. And then cutting the umbilical cord and looking at that and getting to hold him and stuff like that, bro. It was a pretty dope experience. So it gave me that sense of like, you as father, you understand that when you have a child, you know what that is. What I'm saying? It's like, if you don't have children, you won't technically understand what it is that we feel. But once you have a child, you understand how it feels. And it's just this sense of unconditional love that comes over you that you have no control over. So you have to flow with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is something that you have to appreciate it, because when you flow with it, it's the most beautiful thing on the planet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Looking into my son's eyes, he's looking into mine. You know what I'm saying? We're making that connection. It brought the most beautiful feeling, you know what I'm saying, to me at like, okay, it's here. You know what
So
I'm saying?
what
I
things
can
did
do
you?
this.
What were some of the things that you expected that hit, and then what was unexpected about being a father? What has popped up?
Man,
Like, man, I didn't expect this to happen.
yeah. So what was crazy, the first thing that I did not expect, and that, what I'm saying, I see that how big of a blessing my son was the morning he was born, bro. I went outside to go to my car, and somebody tried to steal my stuff, man. Like, they had like they broke into the door handle where the key go in. They broke into there, and then they pretty much destroyed my ignition switch, where I couldn't start my vehicle. And this is the vehicle I had at the time that was down there. So, when it was time to leave, I have to take my son home. And, without that vehicle, I wouldn't have been able to take him home. Wow. So it was just like, damn, what the hell? Like, this is what it's like, having a child. You know what I'm saying? Now the obstacles get even deeper and more fierce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you're not the only one affected.
Nah, it's not. So it's just like, okay. And so I had to, man, that costed a lot that day too, man. I had to have other people involved to help out, thankful for my brother and my sister, you know what I'm saying? Family is everything. They was able to help. But that was a little thing. But I always knew that once I had my son, it would change my mindset as to, take things a little more serious and be a little bit more thoughtful in the process of what to do, and how to get through it, and to stay on a thinking path, you know what I'm saying, on a continued thinking. So therefore, the moves that are made, like playing chess, it's strategized, just to get to the other side of the board, and then to be able to understand how to move in there in slick move, and beat all the obstacles in the way. So it was quite interesting to see that now that he's here, dealing with the understanding his different cries, which one it is for a diaper change, which one it is for I'm hungry, and what, I'm uncomfortable. Learning those things was quite different, because I never understood that growing up, or I never understood that technically while I dealt with children before, because it's a different connection. He's looking to me or to his mom to, like, hey, I need you to figure it out. Like, come on now, I need some assistance. You know what I mean? So that's a different experience, and quite a little challenge to get, but it's a beautiful thing once you got it. You know what I'm saying? Once you make that connection, and you understand it, the baby gets the love more, and you connect and get a little bit deeper and stronger.
For sure.
Amen.
That process was good. That process was a little different. And then understanding that a child does cost. It's not something that is a inexpensive thing.
24/7 job.
Hey man, especially when they're children that love to eat, because when they say that phrase, that children, I eat you out of house and a home, bro. Like, yeah, that is not a joke. That is
Yeah.
not a joke. Hey,
I'm
you
going.
look up.
I'm going. I'm going. I go food shopping every 2 weeks, bro.
Hey, bro, it's damn near almost every week and a half for us,
Week and a
almost, bro.
half.
Yeah, bro. Like
No, I
it's
have
No,
months like
with
that. I
my
have
kids,
some
it's
months
almost
like
every
that.
4 days.
Every
see,
4 days.
Yo,
man,
no,
bro.
my
Like,
kids love it, bro. They love to eat. They love to eat.
Oh
They're
and
big kids,
man.
snacks
bro.
is the thing, you know what I mean? Snacks is like the heaviest thing. So that right there is different. You know, I never had to be responsible for anybody, you know, let alone just myself. So, you know, taking on the responsibility of raising a family is you know, quite a different turn, but it's one of those things where I've always wanted. So stepping into the position, I wasn't, you know, scared. I was more confident in it. But now riding the wave and, you know, going through the journey and the process is I'm learning a lot, bro, and it couldn't be more. It could life couldn't be more better.
What's what's some of the wisdom that you can take from this that you can offer to the for the people tuned in? Being now that you are a father now that you've faced some trials within this span of time, um, what could you give to somebody who doesn't have quite the life experience yet, falls into a situation where they may just be having a baby at a very young age? What's some
Mhm.
wisdom and some advice you can give somebody who's young, 20, 21 years old, 19, um, after learning what you've learned?
I'll say this. There's this thing on Instagram and TikTok. There's this video, this audio where it says, "You don't have children when you want to. You have children when you need them." Right? And I always kept dear to that because I kind of believe in that as well. A lot of times, children are born not necessarily because you want them, but because you need a there's a pivotal point in your life that you need to take, and how you are as a person. A child will help guide you in that way, or get you into, you know, get you to gear you into that direction.
Help
Um,
sharpen you. Help
yeah,
sharpen you.
sharpen you up. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that I understood, and I can see for myself that it does have that effect. Um, but the wisdom I would give to a young person, man, if that was to happen, is go with it. Take on the experience. You know what I'm saying? But put forth the effort. Don't neglect the responsibility, because you neglect the responsibility, you neglect learning and becoming who you truly are supposed to be. You get what I mean? The struggle, it may be a struggle. The time may be difficult. It may be, you maybe happen to, you know, go through some things like during this process a few months ago, man. You know what I'm saying? I was damn near without a car. You know what I'm saying? I have 3 children, you know what I'm saying, and a wife. So it's, you know, we out here trying to figure it out. Like, how we make this work, but we still was able to
I would
make
have
it
had the baby, the carrier on the bike, and I would have been like this.
work.
Yo,
Hey man, you know,
real
whatever we
story. I used
gotta
to
do.
carry my daughter in my book bag.
Right.
Hey man, hey, you
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? So you know, the good thing was we had family that was available and able to assist as well in situations. But at the same time, we still you know, sat down and figure it out. Like, hey, we need to figure out what we need to do, because this is what's going on. And you know, you got taking on that learn who you are. You learn what you can overcome. You know what I mean? You learn what it is that you actually are capable of. And so I would say, just take on that blessing, because it is a blessing at the end of the day. Children are a blessing. If you don't really realize that, children are a true blessing, because they're not only here for you as a responsibility for you to take care of, but they're here to teach you things that you didn't pay, that you think that you missed, or you weren't closely paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Because you're raising you all over again, and
Yes.
you're able to tame the side of you and your child that you understand and see. Like, I can see the characteristic in my child that I have, and that he does with that, you know what I'm saying, that I used to do, and how it is. So I recognize those things, and I'm able to guide him in the right direction with how to, think and utilize in that perspective. So, take that experience. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, it'll change your mind. You know what I'm saying? But be very, very thoughtful in that process, because a lot of us, this is we all did this, because even me, we all be out here going around doing our thing because we love that feeling. But what comes with that feeling is a lot of responsibility. So just, be mindful of what you're getting into, because if you don't and and like I say, you neglect that, life becomes very difficult, because you're neglecting something that is supposed to be good for you, and you're making it seem like it's a negative thing.
Mm, deep.
You know what I
Love
mean?
that wisdom. Love that wisdom. Appreciate that, Ak.
Yeah.
But we're gonna spice up the conversation a bit, and we're gonna talk about some things that we've witnessed along our journey within this last, podcast to podcast season. A lot of things have changed in unified media. Some for
Yeah.
good, some for bad, some for worse, some for great. Um, what are some of the weaknesses that you can see in a group like Unified Media, a social uh that's supposed to be like a social brotherhood, so to speak, to kind of embrace and encourage and push each other. Friendly competition if it has to do with records and things like that, or even
Hmm.
business.
Yeah.
What do you see some of the weaknesses in there?
Ooh,
In certain individuals, we don't got to name,
me.
people, but what are what are some of the things that you could take from a group like that, and then where do you see the strengths? So let's talk about the weaknesses that you see, and then some of the strengths that you see. We'll
But
start. We'll
let's
start
go,
with.
James.
Go ahead.
I'll let you take that one, James. You raised
Thank
your
you,
hand. I like
my brother.
We
All
got to
right.
switch up the conversation a bit.
All right, all right.
People love a little drama.
For those of you guys who are watching and don't know, Unify Media is a group that my brothers have put together for a lot of entrepreneurship. Doesn't matter what field you're in, whether it's music, whether it's gaming, whether it's you like face
photography.
painting, whatever it is, man.
You
If
make you
if
craft
you're if you're
things, whatever.
passionate about what you do,
Right.
Unified Media Group is exactly what it is. It's Unified Media. What we're supposed to do on Unified Media is basically uplift each other. We're supposed to, promote each other, um, show love, just really start looking out for each other, putting each other on a higher platform, and basically building everybody up, because one person standing on a pedestal is nice, but for a unified group of people standing on the pedestal is going to be so much better.
Right.
So what we're supposed to do is lift each other up. The flaws that have been in unified media, and, guys, you can feel how you need to feel about this. I'm not knocking you. I'm just telling you like it is. Um, the flaws that have been in unified media is that it's being treated like a regular Facebook chat. People just want to sit there and promote themselves, which is cool. Please do so. But you don't want to uplift your brothers and sisters that are on there.
Right.
That's where it falls. That is why it's more difficult for the entire group to stand on that pedestal. You feel
Gotcha.
me? Because now we're all trying to stand with that one person on a platform this big, all
Hmm.
right, being a group
Instead of creating a platform like this.
instead of creating a bigger platform for all of us to stand on.
Yeah,
Right.
So
love
I
it.
just feel that we need to stop being self-centered when it comes to unified media, and really start appreciating everybody who's on there. If somebody posts something, grab it, copy it, share it to all your links, and pray that everybody on the page is going to do the same thing for your links.
Right.
That we're all uplifting each other, we're constantly promoting each other, we're constantly putting each other on a higher level, on a higher basis, on a higher tier, so you can reach out to more audience. Because little do you know, and this goes out to everybody who's watching right now, little do you know that maybe on my platform, it's people that want to see what you got, or
Right.
you got music. Little do you know that you promoting JR or you promoting the Juan, and then them promoting you is reaching another group of people that you don't even know that maybe might like exactly what you're trying to bring. You know, so at the end of the day, it's not about, oh, yo, throw me like, you know, $300 for a feature, and it's nah, bro. It's let's start building each other up, because right now, if you really want to think about it, we're all amateurs. We're all in the amateur hour. You know, ain't nobody a professional, ain't nobody a multi-million dollars, ain't nobody signed with Drake right now. You feel me? I'm not signed to FaZe making $80 million a week. You know, like none of us are. So for us to be looking at each other in that light, like you gotta pay me to put you up there, that's sad. That's sad. Now, I mean, we should be lifting each other up. Like, I will stand here with my knee out, pick you up, and when you're up there, you can pull me up, and then we can do it again. I'll pick you up, you pull me up. I pick you up, you pull me up, and then we can both get up there together. You know, like me and JR, we got this great repertoire, man, where I'm constantly promoting his stuff. He's constantly promoting my stuff. And like I said, I have people in the music industry reaching out to me like, yo, how do I get with JR? Bro, DM him. Send him a message. Hit him. This is his Twitter. This is his Instagram. This is everything. You can reach him. You know, he's not like, you know, fairy godmother where you have to sit there and pray. Like, you can talk to him. And I mean, and through his network, people are just like, yo, I game too. What's up? I play Fortnite. Yo, talk to your boy. Come on in, man. I'll do a stream with you. I have no problem. Like, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yep. Exactly, man. And you know, I agree with you that's where we're falling now, where a lot of people are just want the promotion but don't want to promote. It's a real easy thing. Like I told JR, like for me, I noticed, me personally, I used to really be heavy. Every week I would choose a day every week where I would just do nothing but promote everybody in the group. Like they wouldn't even have anything put inside of the group chat, bro. I would go on their personal page, go grab content from their page and upload it to my stories, bro, to share it, bro. Like, that's exactly what I would do, because that's what I know what the group is for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. And I never really tripped off anybody doing the same for me. I wasn't caring or worried about it, because I'm just paying attention to who understands the assignment and who don't. You know what I mean? But I do see that, you know, there are the few that do hold on to the, you know, that make it popping and stuff like that. You know, we're appreciative of all of us who contribute our blessings and understandings of what the group contributes and stuff like that. But I do see the group, you know, all continuously evolving and changing, but for the better always. You know, then the strength that we have in there is the fact that it's become, we've gotten rid of people who were ineffective for it and brought people who understood the assignment and now become truly effective, especially like yourself, James. You know what I'm saying? Just got in, and all of a sudden now, you know what I'm saying, is sitting at a level of like, okay, being looked at as a support system and a tool at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you understood the assignment, and that's what Unified Media is here for. It's unify. You know what I'm saying? We're here to unite. If you don't want to unite, that's fine. Then this is not the place for you. And we appreciate what you know what I'm saying. We appreciate the thought, but you know, go somewhere where you be valued and where you can give value, because here is where we are valued and give value.
For sure. And some of the things that I could take notice on is, like, you know, the lack of tapping into the phone calls, the video conference calls. When I tap in, it's to have a solid conversation and just do a wellness check. You know, how you doing? What you been up to? What's going on? You good? You healthy? You need anything? No? Okay. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? What are we working on? Are we collaborating on a project? Are you writing a book? Are you telling a story? Are you shooting a music video? Are you working on photography? Are you booking? Are you booking any work? Are you getting a second job? Do you need a new apartment? Do you need a house? Do you need your business open? LLC? Do you need investments? What are you trying to figure out? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's research together. Let me send you something. You send me something. We throw something back and forth. Now, I could do it with this. I could just do it with y'all brothers, and I don't need nobody else. Period.
I know.
We that's not taking away from anybody else that's locked in there.
That be tapping in all the time too. I know.
You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm cool with everybody in the group. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody eat. I want to see everybody happy, good spirits, positivity, love, all that. But just know, me personally, as a man, as a businessman, as somebody who cherishes his time, when I give you something, I'm really giving you something of value for you to think about. When I make you think and you make me think, you're giving me value, and now I appreciate you for giving me that value. I don't look at nothing. I don't undermine nothing. I choose my words wisely. I appreciate my brothers and my sisters' time, their effort, their support, their love, their guidance, their constructive criticism, their heat. Yo, that ain't it. Bro, go back into the studio, reword that, give me better bars. James already done it across the board. Yo, that ain't it. You can go harder. Yo, I like this song. Send it to me when you got a clean version. Yo, that record that you just dropped, that's the hit. Let me know when you got a clean version.
And it even goes further as to, you know, saying correcting someone in the action when, you know, saying you see that it wasn't the correct way to handle the situation
absolutely.
from a personal
forget
level.
about
You get what I mean?
You've given me so much wisdom, when I recall you've seen me go up this high where I've snapped, and then you see me come this low where I'm just like laid back and giving you my advice. You've seen me up here, and what I appreciate about you is that I'll call you and be like, yo, Ak, you was wrong. I know you was in such and such situation. I know you felt like this. I understand this. But if you would have just let it breathe and let him talk his piece, or whatever the case may be, you may have taken it. You would have taken it differently, and you would have given it differently. So when I think about those conversations, I go back and I be like, all right, next time somebody triggers me this way, I'm not gonna go up here. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna take what you give me, and then I'm gonna throw it right back. Like, all right,
that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
But that, you know, like I said, that's what this platform is for. That's what we here for, because we're just being honest with each other and who can be better. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you this. You know who's honest with people because they're honest with themselves. If a person is not honest with themselves, they will never be honest with anybody else, because that's the first person you have to be honest with.
For sure.
You get what I mean? You wake up with yourself every day.
Right.
You look at your own self in the mirror every day. If you're brushing your teeth, washing your face, you know what I'm saying, your personal hygiene. But it takes that level of understanding to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at life in a different person. Look at life for what it is, and look at life for what it can be. You know what I'm saying? And what it's not. You know, you have to look at it from those levels, because you're gonna miss something. You know what I'm saying? We have something special here, and if you don't take advantage of it, you know, appreciate you for wanting to, you know what I'm saying, for bigging us up for what we do and how we get. But when we get to that level, don't be looking for any handouts. Don't be looking to have, you know, special treatment. Don't look to be, you know, looked at, because obviously you will start falling back into the crowd of things where you'll become non-visible.
Yeah. And we've seen it. We've seen it firsthand, where we realize an individual in the group presented himself one way, but his words spoke
and
less,
actions
and his actions behind those words weren't adding up, and it was more talking and less, you know. And we were just like, man, this shit's not making any sense. You say that you're for the group, but then you don't need the group. You say that you want to support your brothers, but the first moment Ak throws in, I'm on a short film, the next one is you talking about, I'm on a short film too. You've never been on a short film. You never acted. You got no acting credits. That's like, you know, some Ak saying, I just engineered for Dr. Dre, and you're like, yeah, but I just engineered for Kendrick. Nah, I don't. You know what I mean?
Those
It's like,
of people, bro.
yeah,
And those
you know what I
one-up
mean?
people, like.
And it's like, can I live in my light for just 2 seconds where my brothers and my sisters can support me, and then next day is your shot? You know what I mean? You're like, this is look at this example. Your brother just released a video, and this is what I love about your brother. Your brother's like, yo, when you releasing yours? I'm like, yo, I gotta let yours breathe. I gotta let yours be in the light.
I was there for that combo.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to drop a video at the same time if I want to push your shit for this whole month. You know what I mean? Because after I push your shit for a whole month and it hits, people are gonna be like, yo, where that push come from? oh well, came from right here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
So that's what it boils down to. I want to see my people win, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not
And
here to
bro,
tear nobody down. It takes a village for all of this shit to maneuver the way it maneuvers. And I think what worked for me and you, Ak, was I remember you told me the situation where you lost the 20K, you and your brother, and I've lost a
Mhm.
fair share myself, and I've had certain situations, and it took a while for us to have a common understanding that we're actually here for each other, knowing that
Yep.
we haven't met in person yet, but I genuinely know JR is here for me, and I had to prove that to him. And I had no problem proving that to him. That's why there was times where I was like, yo, Ak, this is your show. Here's this. Whatever comes in, that's for you and your son. That's for you and your lady, your wife. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
nothing. You hold it down. That's what you the co-host for. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Boom. He had the lit.
exactly.
It's just to show bits and pieces like, yo, I got you. Whatever you need, I'm here. I got you. Because I know what
Right.
it's like having your guard up and you're like, damn, next nigga come in trying to pierce my armor. We all, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be the same. I'm not losing 20K again. We're not doing
Hey,
this right.
hey
You
man,
know,
hey. That's just you. It's a human nature to always want to, saying your mind always want to protect you anyway.
for
So
sure.
it's
For
going to
sure.
give you those options and
The
visions to
defense
see.
mechanism.
You know
That
what I'm
defense
saying? And so,
mechanism.
all it takes is for you to use your discernment and and see the actions behind the
For sure.
words,
For
and
sure.
then you'll know, like, okay, all right, because you can feel the energy. You already can feel it, like, okay, the energy is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let me continue to let's see how this play out. And
for sure.
it's always like that. And that's every man, everybody's like that. I'm sure
For
JR
sure.
was like that with me too, like, paying attention to how I move and things like that.
For
Because
sure.
everybody is different. You got to understand who you with, who you next to, and sitting with, because then that way you'll understand how to maneuver and operate. There's no
Absolutely.
harsh, there's no judgment, there's no nothing here with anybody. I just sit there and, okay, I thank you for showing me who you are, so I
Right.
understand how to deal with you, because
No
that's
no, there's no judgment. There's just
no
analyze.
judgment at all,
No
bro. No,
judgment, just analyzation.
that's it. Because observe it, bro. My name
Observe it.
means to observe, bro. My name in my
Observe.
Hebrew name, it means to observe. Since
Yeah.
one of my official characters is to be observing, because I have a vision. I have
Right.
the power of vision. So I can I can look at something and just see it for what it is, for what it could be, and for what it's not. Like that's the best way that I can put it, because then you get a clear understanding of what it is that you're dealing with. Like,
For sure. For
you know,
sure. What?
and
My
go ahead.
bad. Go ahead. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no, no, I'm just saying, like, this is the mantra, and the way I see things, you know what I'm saying, the way I maneuver and things like
For
that,
sure.
because
For sure.
I don't want to judge nobody, and I can't judge nobody, because I'm not that person to judge. If I'm judging you, I have to judge myself and see, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Can I go up and tell you where you wrong at?
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. We're gonna take a quick halftime break. I'm gonna
Yeah,
play ONTL One See Me official music video. You guys
let's go.
go hit your bathroom break, get your cigarette, your
Let's
trees,
go.
your liquor, whatever it is, whatever your vice is. We don't judge. Just make sure you handle yourself responsibly and be safe. Love. We'll be right back after this halftime show.
I don't show up if I ain't claiming no baggage. Don't involve me if it ain't no cash in it. Hey, niggas want fades. Fuck it, then they catching it. Hey, box these putties in the clay like I'm Cassius. Wanna see me? They don't wanna see me. 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 Hey, burn the rubber SRT. I'm on demon time. I don't know where that's the label. It's just me and mine. Smoke fill the coupe. Damn, it's getting hard to see inside. Boy, I hit that pussy. I investigate like CSI. Yo, she sent them. Ooh. Oh my God. I know. Rounding up these checks, niggas starting to feel like being mine. I don't really like a bitch that think that she can read my mind. Watch me flip the script on her, act like she ain't never mine. Put a pair of them wings on that boy, I got him fly. Bet they get the picture like a nigga on the TV. Chains start to blind them, now they wander around like Stevie. Falling back to back to back, a nigga hit a 3-beat. Just like that, niggas trying to hold me back. Stop the cap. They don't know the facts. Hit the bank, tell them give me all the racks. Just got some head from a bitch, it's a fish show. I'm the man in the town, let a bitch know. I don't show up if I ain't claiming no baggage. Don't involve me if it ain't no cash in it. Hey, niggas want fades? Fuck it, then they catching it. Hey, box these putties in the clay like I'm Cassius. Wanna see me? They don't wanna see me. 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 They don't wanna.
I'm saying I love this atmosphere because it's showing you how you can step into being a shepherd, not a sheep. A shepherd is a leader. A sheep is a follower. You become who you say you are. You step into your divinity. You step into your identity. This is what you all are doing while you all are here. So when I look at you all become influencers. Do you all know that you are world leaders?
Diamonds is rolling, we adding the pressure. Climate is colder, we adding the pressure. Hotter, we adding the pressure. Making it hit, so we adding the pressure. Double the money, we adding the pressure. Diamonds is rolling, we adding the pressure. Climate is colder, we adding the pressure. Hotter, we adding the pressure. Making it hit, so we adding the pressure. Double the money, we adding the pressure. Billy the Kid, and I'm talking like Elon. Running the code and I'm talking like LeBron. Smoking these niggas that X's on relaunch. Better retreat on. Ahead of the race, I'm looking to be stoned. Cooking a recharge. Excuse my lingo, it's better I detour. They pop in your head and leave your body to ride on the tree floor. The lobby is red. I broken the score, we shaking the streets more. Them hitters is feds. They creeping the back, they driving those street falls. Locked and I'm loaded, this shit is unfolded. Top of the world and I know when I rolled it. Said to myself that I'm ready, I'm chosen. Steady, I'm zoning and fitty, I'm owning. I'm chopping these niggas spaghetti to rolling. Chicago a vibe like all as I rose in. My 23 rides, my shooter like Jordan. This thriller inside, my Jackson is all in. It's deadly to ride. My lawyer could ties, you niggas can charm in. My circle is different. You bitches are squares, my vision is red. No limit and pair, no way to compare. My queen is the air. Can't walk in my shoes, can't walk in my pair, can step in his leg. My kingdom is fair, but never this slow, my people, I swear.
Added this weather, we riding the Tesla. Grinding the muscle, we added the pressure. Teaching these youngers to show them the lessons. Triple the profit to show them the blessings. Discover the hustle to keep up the pressure. Angel investor, can't help me, my nigga, my ties on press.
Diamonds is rolling, we adding the pressure. Climate is colder, we adding the pressure. Hotter, we adding the pressure. Making it hit, so we adding the pressure. Double the money, we adding the pressure. Diamonds is rolling, we adding the pressure. Climate is colder, we adding the pressure. Hotter, we adding the pressure. Making it hit, so we adding the pressure. Double the money, we adding the pressure.
Able to move people and spark creation in them from what you do, from your music, from your talent, from your abilities, your natural abilities that God has already birthed into you. This is something that you naturally have. I'm so happy and grateful now that God gave me the wisdom. I'm so happy and grateful now that my mom gave me the vision. I'm so happy and grateful now that I manifested my destiny. I'm so happy and grateful now that I know my divinity. Learn every variation and level the fuck up.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I saw your face when I did that. What was entertaining about that moment right there, Ak? What's going through your mind right now, brother?
I'm waiting. I am on the edge of my seat, waiting for that to come about on YouTube, bro. Because knowing the backstory and how it came together,
right,
is exciting, one. But to hear the process, to hear what was taking place and how it was coming together, and then to see a actual teaser of it, oh man, it's like I always tell people, it gives me that same feeling I had when I first found my love for music. I was with my cousins, and I'm 16 years old. They're a little older than me, and already graduated high school and stuff like that. And I'm hanging around with them, and these fools I didn't know really did music like that. My cousin sings, I knew that, but I watched them put together a song speaking to the same actions that we took that day. And I watched them put that together. It blew my mind, bro. It blew me to the point where I was just like, that process was dope, bro. How do I do that? Like, how do I get to that process? So it gave me that feeling to that, what I'm saying? That was my reaction, because it's just like, I can't wait, bro, because I understand what's to come, because I know I'm gonna be very entertained, one, but again, knowing how it transpired,
and to see it coming to fruition the way it did.
Oh man,
what's crazy? What's crazy about it, Ak, is that before even shooting the video, and then now seeing it put together, because I've shown bits and pieces online. Didn't I say exactly what I did in the video that I was gonna do before I shot the video? Like, I did exactly what I probably even more. I made that character. The actor made that character better than the character himself.
Yo, if I could just chime in, yo.
Go for it.
Listen, I've been not around since day one, but I've been since the production part of it.
Right.
So from my outlook, and everybody who's watching right now, I hope you guys are gonna be tuned in on the 30th, because it's going to be a visual masterpiece. I mean, but let me get back, because I'm about to go off on this.
Go.
Right, but for me, like, outside looking in, being inside, but outside looking in, hearing everything that was going on into it, seeing the little mini trailer, it's like being a part of the production team and still waiting to see the end product. You feel me? Like, I'm waiting for the red carpet to see the end product, man. And yo, just like Ox said, man, like, yo, I'm like, you feel me? I gotta take my anxiety medication with it when it comes to this, bro, because I'm just over here like looking at the calendar every day, like, just waiting for it, man. So I'm super souped. I got the viewers, the fans, everybody ready to watch this. We're gonna go it live on Kick. We're gonna do it live on YouTube, man.
I might do a midnight premiere release.
Don't do that to me. I'm a 3:00 streamer, bro. Don't do that to me. Like, I'm fighting to stay awake right now. Don't do that to me.
Nah, but it's probably one of those things where you'll be able to pre-record and react to it yourself. You know what I mean? Because I'm going live, right, to do the premiere, and then I think what would be crazy now that I'm thinking about it, bro. What if we did this? What if during the time you react to the video, you have me with you on live reacting to it while I'm here with you. They've never done that before. Nobody has ever reacted to a video with the artist in the room with them.
Why don't we do it like this?
Just like this. You watch the video. I put a two screen frame like this, and while we're watching it, I watch your reaction to my own video. Obviously, I'm gonna react too because I'm gonna have my own reaction to it. So after seeing it put together, but
You seen it already. Your reaction don't count, bro. Me, and Ox should be on.
There you
do
go.
A reaction video to
that's
it.
even better.
Exactly.
That's even better.
Exactly.
That's even better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but
and I'll find a way to link it to the Kick, man, and to the YouTube so we can just have it live on every platform.
And we're also doing a $500 giveaway. Don't miss out. There's gonna be 5 winners announced for the $500 giveaway. There's gonna be 2 extra winners, so 7 total.
You're giving away too much.
But hold on,
you're giving away too much.
Wow.
No, you gave away too much.
Giveaway.
Ixnay on everything he just said. We're gonna have a $500 giveaway. We're gonna be giving away merch. We're gonna be giving away V-Bucks for everybody who entered and everybody who joined. Stay tuned to make sure you stay tuned for the live premiere. Make sure you stay tuned for the live reaction because you might just hear your name. And if you hear your name, you have a certain time frame to get back in touch with us with your Cash App or whatever it is we need to send it on.
24
Venmo
hours.
or however it is, and you got and
24
you have
hours.
a small window in order for us to send it to you. If you guys don't respond back to us within that time frame, we got to give it to the next winners.
Yeah.
All right. So just make sure you guys are watching. JR is going to hit us with the time, the exact time. If you guys got your notifications on, if you don't, I suggest you turn them on right now. You got your notifications on, you will get a little chime on your phone and let you know, hey, the giveaway is happening right now. And then from there, it just betters your chances. So remember,
even Ock is in the giveaway. You put a name in there.
Yeah, get out my head.
You throw your son's name in there. He might bring you some luck.
Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and put him in there too now because I am in there. I'm in that drum, man. I'm trying to get that 500, man. We need that 500 right now. You feel me?
You gotta go buy a shirt if you want to join the giveaway.
He's like, let me get in on the giveaway.
All right, my son trying to get on that 500. Go buy a shirt. Go buy dad a shirt. Get a sweater.
I don't count. But I got mine, yo. I don't count for the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, but I got mine.
You see
so
that
I'm
head?
just letting you know how serious we are about this.
You see that head I'm holding?
I got mine too, but I wore mine already.
That person that I'm holding right there, the head.
Yeah.
You go do your research, JC the Pharaoh. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Dead Pharaohs, May 30th. Make sure you guys go get your merch. We're going to put the link on everything. The links are already on my page. So everybody, if you never want to use that follows me, you guys already know where to click, how to click, and when to click right now and get yourself your Dead Pharaohs, man. And, you
got
we're just doing everything we can.
9 days to join the giveaway. You get a shirt.
Hey, I got that dark.
You're doing an extension?
I got that charcoal gray.
I did the extension already.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it from the man right now. We thought the Dead Pharaohs giveaway was dead, but we're giving an extension up until the release of the video. You guys have 9 more days to get your shirts. Getting a shirt will guarantee throw you in the pot, man. Guaranteed will throw you in. If you guys follow us on all our medias, you guys go onto Spotify, download the music. That'll help your chances. For every time we see your name pop up, man, you're only going to be memorable. So remember that. Keep on showing up. Keep on doing what you got to do. Keep on following the socials.
Limited edition. The minute I stop that May 30th, them shirts will never, ever be produced in this world again. So the bigger we get, you could throw that on eBay. You never know.
I mean, it could be a collector's item.
It could be a collector's item.
It could be a collector's item. Hey, and
I got mine.
And guys, if you guys are in New York for July, make sure you got your shirt. JR will be going out there and he'll sign the shirt for you. He will sign the shirt for you. So make sure you guys show out. We'll be in Times Square doing big things.
July. I'm flying out. Bats Battle the whole night. Riders crew is going to be tuned in, tapped in. We going live. We're giving out free merch on Times Square. We're giving out free CDs. We're giving out business cards with the what's that with the
QR
shit?
code.
The QR code that goes straight to purchases, shirts, and music. We're going to be on Times Square, 42nd Street, July 14th to the 19th, every single day in the afternoon to the nighttime come. Whole 5 days in New York City. Billboard's gonna be right behind me. We're shooting a music video. We're giving out free merch. We might even be giving out money if I'm feeling like Santa. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
there we go.
I'm telling you guys, man.
Giving and giving.
This
look,
giveaway is
I might have to go spend some money to get some.
Yo, come out. Come to New York. Come to New York. You have 5 days
Let's
and a
go.
star-studded. I already got the Airbnb locked in. I got a luxury suite Airbnb that costs, we don't even got to talk about the price, for 5 days. Man. It's already booked. July 14th to the 19th, man. From Friday into Wednesday, we in New York City. PA come out. New York, LA, Midwest. I want to see my peoples in Florida. I want to see my people from Atlanta, Philly. Come out. PA, MFN Gang, ONTL, Bats Battles. Big movie. My boy Pressure is gonna be in the building. Big movie. The song Pressure might get a feature part 2 from Pressure himself. Big movie. My boy Pressure been making moves. He's already locked in with the DJs. We will be in the club VIP. Hot 97, 105. Shout out DJ Walla. Shout out Drewski. Shout out the whole gang, man. We out here. He shot my one video. The one video is right now 200,000 streams, 100,000 streams on Spotify. We cracked over 500,000 streams on the catalog. Labels are sending me money. Deals is on the table for film and television and video games. We are not playing with this. I'm almost 40 years old. Nothing's impossible. I don't want to hear shit. I look like I'm 30. I look like I'm 30 years old, and I feel like I'm 20. Listen, I'm about to be in my prime. Stop playing with me.
It's cold.
I love y'all niggas, man. I love y'all niggas, man. I got me hyped.
It's always like that. Hey, because it's needed.
But that's what we do.
And this is what it's about, man. And we give the wisdom on all of that. You know what I mean? We give the wisdom on all of that. He got to that level and that stature just by not giving up, like we stated earlier. Keep pushing forth in that effort, taking on those obstacles, and overcoming them. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that the power from within was able to go ahead and divide the waters that was in front of him. You know what I mean? So he can walk through. Like that. That's the thing.
And to give some wisdom, man, to get back to the nature of what we were talking about from the wisdom within. One thing that I can say easily is that these brothers have made me a better individual. And I'll tell you why. I'll be super transparent right now for the ones that are tuned in now and the ones that tune in later to play this back. I've had plenty of situations, personal situations that I've embraced with my brothers behind the scenes. Like, yo, I've been doing this. I've been working on this. I've been doing this. And sure enough, both of them will give me the same advice, but in their own unique way. Like, listen, you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to try this? You sure you want to get into that? I don't think you should even waste your breath around that situation. Why don't you go do this instead? Why don't you spend your time doing this? Why don't you go research this? Why don't you go read this? And the premise of this whole thing is just to say this. If you ain't got brothers in your corner that are telling you you're doing the wrong thing, you ain't got the right brothers in your corner. They're not yes men. They're not yes men. They're not telling me I'm doing the right thing. They're going to tell me, yo, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing. You need to be doing this instead. And guess what? Whether they're younger than me, older than me, or my age, I'm going to take that wisdom from them and from within, and I'm going to make a conscious decision myself, and I'm going to get back to them and be like, yo, my brothers, I ended up doing this instead. Thank you for your advice. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got people in your corner that want to see you win just as much as they want to see themselves win. Because where I see myself on top of the pedestal, I see my brothers right there with me, if not in front of me. Why? I love it. Go get it. You hit 1 million streams, guess what? I'm coming. I'm right behind you. I want to get 15 million. And then I want to see you get 100 million in the bank. Period.
Yeah.
I don't lose nothing by seeing my brothers and my sisters win. Period.
You
Facts.
can't lose nothing. Matter of fact, you more so gain than you lose anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When you see them winning, you gain the opportunity to win along the side of them. You know what I mean? So it's change that perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn
The
to
glass
be
is half
wise.
full, not half empty.
Exactly. You have the opportunity to have more to, you know what I'm saying, to get full, not the opportunity to be taken empty, you know what I'm saying, to get empty. So take that on, bro. And I appreciate you saying that, bro, because with you two guys, in addition to James, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people my age. I've always dealt with people older than me, and because they always looked at me as a very young, wise man, and I always consider myself as a young, wise man, and but to have you brothers in my age group, and to be able to have the conversations that we have, to connect, to be able to talk about things and relate to things, I consider you my friends as well as my brothers, you know what I'm saying, because of that. And I don't have too many of those. I only have one real true friend who is a brother, who's welcome to my mama house and my daddy house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how close he is, because of who he is as a person. And saying y'all push me to continue to push forth and get through this, and then I can always come to y'all about sick questions and things like that, of fatherhood and things. I mean, always there to be in the ear, and that's always what I always needed. That I'm saying, I don't need too many, but I just need enough to be like you say,
just need two bad motherfuckers to take over the world.
Don't stop cursing so much, B.
That was my first time. That was
Excuse
my
me.
first time,
Bro, you dropped the S and the B word at least twice.
Nah.
I mean, I draw the line at the MF word. I draw the line.
Hey man, but that right there is, it's a blessing. You gotta have some solid people around you that's gonna help you see what you're not seeing at the time, or what you're not trying to see. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have eyes, we all can see things, but there's sometimes we focused on something and not seeing the bigger picture. We just focused on the little small thing that's right there, rather than seeing a bigger picture. And so sometimes we need those other people to help pull us back to see the bigger picture, and then move forward from the situation and go and progress. You know what I'm saying? Blossom, so we all can get our flowers. We all can be the flowers, and receive the flowers that we are.
For sure.
Amen.
Agree.
I mean, if you're not having people in your corner that are gonna propel you forward, then what really do you have?
Right.
You don't have nobody.
Exactly, and that's really what it is. So I'm blessed to have you guys. I mean, rocking with me, guys that I can call my bros, guys that I can call on whenever I'm having an idea, and people who are gonna keep it 100 with me, and let me know exactly what's gonna happen or what's not gonna happen, and give me true insight. Because we run into a bunch of yes men throughout our entire careers. People who are just gonna ride you and ride you and ride you and ride you, and not really care if you look like a fool at the end of the day.
Right.
So at the end of the day, to have true brothers, like, just like JR said, that people who want to see you succeed just as bad as they want to see themselves succeed. Like, I've been telling JR since we started, like, when I was on my way to 15K, I was just like, now we got to get you up here, like, now we both got to get to 15K and then climb the ladder. And I was just like, and I want us both to reach 100,000, subscribers. And that's my dream. That's my goal. And I speak it right now into existence,
And I mean, it's coming into existence.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get higher. We're gonna get better. And like just like you said, if you're not there to lift each other up, then what are we doing? What honestly are we doing? How are we benefiting each other, and then in turn benefiting ourselves? What kind of people are we trying to be? At the outcome of this. So I'm blessed to have y'all, man, and I love y'all. I mean that for real, man. I love y'all.
Appreciate that, man. This is what the show is for. Wisdom from within. To continue on our hot topic for tonight. Is there any wisdom that you fellas can give tonight for our audience in regards to how you guys view navigating through your personal life while chasing or manifesting your goals that you see? You know what I'm saying? Give some insight on, you know, what your process is like to manage that.
You want to go first,
Time.
James?
Yeah.
Go
Thank you. I
for it.
appreciate that. Uh, time. You know, have a schedule. Don't just try to wing it and you know overburden yourself, you know, because that's what anybody who wants to chase a dream really starts doing in the beginning. They want to take on too many tasks, you know, especially in the music industry. You know, you start writing one song, and then before you finish writing that song, you're already moving to another beat, and then to another beat, and then now you have 5 songs written, and you're looking for features for people that don't even want to be on your songs when you could have just had 3 songs already completed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So even in the gaming community, you know, like don't get too caught up in trying to get the best equipment and the best everything, or oh, I'm not going to start streaming until I have, you know, the grand computer or the best mic or the best video, you know, like just time yourself, you know, give yourself a pace and stick to it, you know. That's really the key advice that I can give anybody who's going to start out in any form of industry, you know. Set yourself up a schedule and then stick to that schedule, you know. Don't sit here and just teeter totter with it, you know, because at the end of the day, like I stream every day from 3 to 5, you know, Monday through Saturday. Today I was able to stream. I finished the ministry early, so I was able to get on. But Monday through Saturday I stream from 3 to 5, you know, so my audience is expected to catch me from 3 to 5, you know, Eastern time. I post videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 a.m. again Eastern time, you know, so they know when to catch me. You know, they're gonna see me on Monday. You're gonna see me on Wednesday. You're gonna see me on Friday. And I think it was that consistency that helped me level up into the tier that I am right now. Because you didn't have to worry or wonder when you were gonna find me. You didn't have
Mm-hmm.
to, oh, you know, you're scrolling through, oh, yo, Bat dropped another video, you know, like it wasn't a shock, it wasn't a surprise, it was almost a routine. And for people in the gaming industry and in music, you know, everything is punctuality, you know, like you have to be at the studio at a certain time. I mean, if you're gonna drop an album, you gotta have your songs written by a certain time. The album has to come out at a certain time. And the same thing in the gaming industry. You feel me? You have, you know, we have invitationals and we have competitions. They're all done at a certain time. You know, like what do you look like trying to practice 15 minutes before the game? Are you all right? Sorry about that, guys. I mean, what do you look like trying to practice at 15 minutes before a game when you could have been practicing all week for the game that you knew was coming on Friday, whether you're in sports or, you know, you're performing and you know you're performing Saturday night on stage. Don't try to get your words together Friday night to get ready for Saturday night. Practice that every day. You know, put yourself at a schedule and stick to that schedule. So that way it's less stressful and it's less overbearing, you know, because it becomes chaos. It becomes chaos when you try to do too much.
Mm. JR.
Incredible. Um, Man, I'll piggyback off some of the points he mentioned. For me, it's been time scheduling, um, vision board, writing goals down, taking those goals one day at a time. It says when you write down, you're more than 70% more likely to pursue and accomplish that goal. I've accomplished 8 out of the 12. The next four is right around the corner. So uh, being able to accomplish your goals at a timely manner a lot sooner than I expected was an incredible feat. When navigating my personal life, I tend to look for balance. So typically it'll be either Friday and Saturday that I'll spend time with the family. More strongly Saturday than anything, because Friday is like my networking night where I'll go out to the scene and rub elbows with X, Y, and Z. And I don't rub elbows just anywhere. Like I go where the basketball players is at. I go where the big artists are at. You know what I mean? The owners that own the strip of hotels and clubs and things like that. I deal with military personnel on the real estate side. I have somebody in the military that I'm building a rapport with and catalog with. Don't be afraid to be an entrepreneur as well. Try different things. I'll say, as a young man myself, I can balance about 3 or 4 different facets and industries. One being One is my music and film. I kind of put them together, so they're one entity. The music and film production is one company. Another one is real estate and property management. That's a second company. A third one is marketing. Um, and then the fourth one is investments. Crypto. Roth IRA, retirement investment, stocks and bonds, mutual funds, things of that nature, and just educating yourself, reading. Let your spirit guide you. You know, be wise with the decisions that you make when your spirit guides you. Be logical. Don't go according to just feeling. Feeling is great because feeling versus creativity, especially for artists like ourselves. Feelings let you create great things, but your mind is the logical piece on when those things need to be nurtured and cared for and presented to the world. Reading sharpens the mind, so read many different books. I read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. I read Robert Kawasaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read the story of Henry Ford. um I've cycled through the Bible to get certain pages and things of that nature that speak to me. um take things for what they are, not for what they seem. Actions speak louder than words. um stand on your tools, stand on your morals and principles. um be the best version of yourself. Elevate yourself every day as you elevate others and bring others up with you. If you're ever in a position to help somebody. uh
Amen.
Good, there'll be good karma behind helping others. Doesn't mean that you have to document it for social media. Not everything needs to be seen on social media. You're being documented by Yahweh every single day. um he's seeing, his eyes and his worth is what needs to be seen and what needs to be acknowledged. Not everybody else needs you don't need acknowledgement for everybody else for how you live. Go to the drum of your beat, but also step out the box and be uncomfortable. I mean, there's so much that I can say. And use these brothers, use myself as a prime example of how to lead through the storm. You know what I mean? How to lead through the storm, because you know, there's plenty of rainbows on the other side, but nobody understands. Before we got to that pot of gold, we had to we had to crawl, cry, sweat, scratch, climb
Those
uh,
things.
every single day. Those mountains,
Yeah, all of those things,
you know what
man.
I mean? Yeah, I got scars to this day, that I could easily show you that people don't even understand. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
On
mental and physical.
Yeah, absolutely. And then from a spiritual aspect, for myself who's spiritual, meditation. Choose a day. You don't got to do it every single day. Choose a day for meditation to realign yourself with the source, that energy that's above. Realign yourself with the universe. Speak things into existence. When you speak, have conscious awareness of what you're saying, because it can affect the energy around you. It can affect your body. I know, just study the ways, man. Study the
Mm.
ways. I've
No,
made
that's
so
really
many
good
mistakes.
strategy.
I've made so many mistakes. I've made so many mistakes, and I'm okay with that. I wouldn't change anything. Those mistakes made the grander version of who I am and what I see myself being. See yourself 10 years ahead. I'm so selfless, but yet selfish in the same way, because I see myself 10 years ahead. I'm selfless enough to witness who I am 10 years ahead, and I'm selfish to make sure I get there. I'm
Hmm.
selfless enough to have the awareness that I'm going to be the greatest version of myself in 10 years. I'm being selfless. Why? Because I have no inclination of how I'm going to become the best version of myself. I don't know those steps. Only Yahweh knows that. I don't know those steps. I know I'm gonna take certain steps towards that. I don't know when they're gonna open up, when they're gonna advance, when they're gonna grow. But I know I'm gonna take them. I'm self
Right.
I'm selfless, but I'm selfish because I'm gonna make sure that I take those steps, that I make time to take those steps, and this is things that I've had conversations with my significant other. You know, I don't like to utilize, you know, normal terms. I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna use soulmate. You know, I'll use, you know, I'll use anything else other than what's being presented to you. Like to use your own words, follow your own soul.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
So
you get the message across better.
right, to get your message across. So like, you know, my significant other, my better self, she sometimes she says, oh, you're a little brash the way you talk, or you're a little aggressive with certain things. Like today, I'll give you an example. Today I had an artist fly in from, she's been out here a couple days now. She flew in from New York. She's working on her debut album now. At the moment, I have my studio in the house. My wife doesn't like when I tell people in my household, whether it's my kids or herself, that hey, I need it quiet. I need 30 minutes of quiet time. She doesn't like when I emphasize that multiple times. But when you have a business that's being run, that time needs to be taken serious. So I explained to her behind the scenes. I'm like, yo, if I don't record this girl's work, she's not going to pay me. She's gonna come back and say, yo, I'm not giving you X amount of dollars for this session because we didn't get anything done. You know, so I have to be a professional, and she has to understand that profession, that even though it's within this household, this space right here is mine. I own this space. Why? Because I pay for my time here. I pay for my time here. I pay monthly. So if I pay monthly for that time and this is my business and I'm not working right now, I'm an entrepreneur, people have to respect my time, and my kids need to understand that. They need to learn that. And my wife needs to understand that. She needs to learn that, because nobody in this household was an entrepreneur until I've showed them, hey, you can be an entrepreneur. They need an example and somebody to breathe life into them. Like Ox said, I give you breath. I don't physically give you air, but
No.
I'm giving you the idea of what you can do. Like, don't
So you have
limit.
that
Don't
ability
limit
to breathe. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To breathe,
Yeah.
breathe into something, or to be able to take in something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Inhale and then exhale the
Mhm.
negative, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, brothers, for that. That's a beautiful baby right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful baby. Thank you for bringing
JR up
it.
there. You see Uncle JR up there? You see him?
He's mad. He's mad cute.
Hey, so you know, my wisdom I would give for this, it would, you know, piggyback off of you brothers, and the having the determination and really setting forth that schedule, because without a schedule, it, you like you say, winging it is not it. Winging it is not it, because then things clash. You might miss something. Nothing might get done. You know, there's so many different aspects where, you know, it doesn't fit well. And so always put aside the time for something that you need to do, or something that you feel important or want to become or want to manifest, because that way, when you put forth the time, in time, it will be the time for it to shine.
Right.
All right. And the reason why I said it like that is because you have to use time itself in all of what it means. Time is a moment, it's a space, it's a you know what I'm saying, a given number, or a given moment in an era or space of time. So take the time to make the time, and wait the time for the time. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That'll be my wisdom in regards to how to balance the lifestyle and what you're doing when it comes down to family, work, you know, entrepreneurship, your goals, who your spouse's goals, or whatever the case may be. You know, tending to the needs of your children, because all of those things matter. It also helps. It helps you become, and the business become what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like me learning how to balance the podcast, doing music, talking to you guys, taking care of my family, fixing things in the house, fixing things in the car, going to work, dealing, you know what I'm saying, getting the money to make sure that we have a roof over our head. All of those things it sounds very exhausting, which in a sense it is, but it also is a push, and it gives me the ability to, you know, keep going, because stay in motion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay in motion. You stay in motion, you never really will not get to where you're going because you're always in motion.
I love it. I love it. What has inspired you that has kind of like put flamed the match, so to speak? What has inspired you to find a light? Because your brother told me that his fire was the conversation that me and him had when I told him he's the catalyst of the family. Like he's the one that you want to nurture and take care of because you know he's the one that is the star, so to speak. And you do
Right.
you play your stardom from behind the scenes. He plays his stardom up front. So, but for ONTL, Dewan himself, the artist, the man, the husband, the brother, what is it that kind of lights the match in you to say, I want to do more. I know I can accomplish more.
I don't I don't be I guess I'm not paying attention to my light that people see in me, and because I see everybody else's light, I want to, what I'm saying, make sure they get the proper, seen or be seen for their light, because I'm astonished by their light. And a lot of times what happens is when people give me that understanding of, they're watching me, or they're influenced by me and what I do, or I can be a push starter for a lot of people. That gives me the fire to kind of like, all right, I didn't know I was that influential. So let me continue to realize people are watching me and my moves. So let me make sure that I'm moving correctly, because I didn't never realize that. Me being the oldest brother, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm not looking at my siblings to actually really look up to me. I'm more so looking at them to, what I'm saying, be themselves and, rock on and make sure that they're good. But, from them to even other people like yourselves and, some of the people that have been associated with and around me, I see how much of an influence and the way I carry myself carries on to others. And so now that just keeps me going. And then the fact that I have, what I'm saying, my family and my son, that I have to take care of, it's like I can't stop now. I got to keep going. So that, what I'm saying, that's why I'm able to play the role I'm able to play when it comes to ONTL. Is I can be back here, I can step up front, I can, what I'm saying, get things done, I can push others to get things done, because I'll show them that it can happen, or it can be, what I'm saying, with my brothers and stuff like that. A lot of times we all talked about music, but Juan Juan, and he has the best talent of us all is in regards to polishedness and things like that. But when it comes down to getting stuff done, his foot is not all the way on the gas as much as mine would be or is. You know what I'm saying? So then when he sees my foot pushed on the gas, then he pushes his foot on the gas.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're that drive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I have to be that for, and a lot of people, not just myself and my siblings, but the people that are around me, because they can see that. Like I always looked at it. Why do individuals feel comfortable expressing themselves to me in a manner of being very open? Like
I've had that too.
Same.
where they get to telling me everything, their personal stuff, and they barely just met me 2 seconds ago.
Right.
They
That's
don't even
crazy.
really know my name. You know what I mean? But they feel so comfortable enough to just vent. I had to look at that like, damn. So then, if you can see me as this person to just give me this information, you don't even know me like that, then that means that who I am, my spirit, and what I do has a real positive influence. You know what I'm saying? Not only am I just a pair of listening ears, but also whatever wisdom and knowledge that I have, I can provide and give to push you to get to where you go. And that was something that I always appreciated about myself, was, people believe in what I believe in them. You get what I mean? It's like they believe it in themselves, but it's like the moment they hear it come from me, seems like, okay, that's what I needed to hear, and now I'm on my foot on the gas.
Love it, bro.
That's what's up.
Love it. What about you? What about you, James?
What lit the fire in me?
Yeah, what kind of lights the fire in you right now at this moment currently, and what do you plan to accomplish?
Honestly, it's being a former Marine. I naturally have that motivation. You know, anything you set your mind to, it's complete the task. You know, that's what we were taught at boot camp. And that's just kind of how I lived my entire life. Just, you know, me and you, JR, have had this conversation plenty of times. You know, just I don't take no for an answer.
Mm.
You know, um, like I said earlier, when we come from New Jersey, the state of you know, killing dreams.
Mm.
Um, anything that I've ever put my mind to, I just, I feel like I need to be the unstoppable force, you know, instead of the immovable object, you know, because the immovable object is going to stay complacent. They're going to be stagnant in everything that they do. You feel me? But when you're an unstoppable force and you're kind of like the Kool-Aid man, you know, just, the door's closed, I'm kicking right through the wall. Oh, yeah. And here I am. So,
Ain't no breaks that can stop me. Don't want no problems like Rocky. I don't mean to be cocky. I'm just being real. That's what you're talking about, James.
pretty much, man. And just, I don't slow down, I don't slow down. And honestly, giving my family that better, like, yeah, my kids are spoiled. I'm not even gonna hold you. My kids are spoiled as crap,
and
but
and not many can say that, what I'm saying, that they spoil their children with a lot of things because they're in a position and they have the opportunity to do so, what I mean? And don't be ashamed to say it. Some people, what I'm saying, some of us who come from where we come from still frown upon, that type of language or understanding. It's just like, yeah, it's okay to say you do that because you worked hard to get there.
yeah. So I mean,
And that's what
yes,
you want to do. You want to spoil them right, but you
yeah,
definitely want
pretty
to spoil
much.
the
No, I
children.
mean, I do. I spoil them
Spoil them.
right. Like I give them everything
Yeah,
they want, but I also give them
give
the
them what they
knowledge and the
need.
wisdom to earn it. You feel me?
Hmm.
Don't just think daddy's gonna buy you everything that you want. Like my daughter right now has her own job. Because I put it in her, since she was young. Like I'm not gonna pay for your stuff forever. I'll buy you everything you want right now, but as you get older, you feel me? You're gonna get your own job, and you're gonna understand what a bill is. You're gonna understand what sacrifice is. You're gonna understand. So so at the end of the day, I just and also my kids, man. My kids that light that fire in me, that because I don't want to ever have them think that quitting or taking the easy route or cutting corners is the way to do it. You feel me? If you're gonna push your mind to something and you're gonna put your all into something, make sure that you give it your all. Don't sit here and sugarcoat nothing for nobody. You feel me? Because nobody's never gonna sugarcoat nothing for you. And like really put your heart into the drive, man. And where do I see this ending up? Um, honestly, I don't see it ending. Period. So ending up, I don't like to use that phrase at all because I don't see it ending. Period.
Just
I leave it all
taking a
to God.
journey and taking a journey until the journey is complete.
Yeah, I leave it to God. Honestly, you feel me?
That's
Wherever
how
wherever
that's it.
God feels I need to stop, or however far God feels like He needs to take me, and that's the journey that I'm gonna take. I
That's
can
the
sit
best
here and
journey,
set
man.
set goals, and I can sit here and talk about where I want to be, and that's awesome. You feel me? But without God's will, it's not gonna happen. So I just leave it all before Him. I lay it at His feet, and I say, I go as far as you take me. Wherever you guide me, and that's where I'll be. And I'm just glad that He's given me a platform where we're able to reach the masses, and able to talk to so many people. Even right here, right now on this podcast. Um, it's honestly a blessing because we were all given the power of voice. If you really want to
Hmm.
think about it, we were all given the power
Hmm.
of voice, and we were all given the power of wisdom. So for us not to use those blessings that we were given, by Yahweh Almighty, it's that's us being lesser men than He created.
Mm.
You feel me?
Look,
So
look. To piggyback off of that, my bad to cut you off, but just because you're speaking on that, yes, we are. We're the children of Israel. Israel is the children of Yahweh, of God, which is the voice of Him. Is His voice. which gives us the ability. He came to give us the light, the breath of life, which gives us the opportunity to do the same to each other. And that breath of life is breathing the positivity into each other, breathing the life into each other, the ability to choose, you know what I'm saying, to the ability to have, to just to know you have ability. You get what I mean? Like that's what we're here to do. And that breath of life, that's what Israel is. And the one of the Hebrew letters, Lamed, which is the L at Israel, it means to teach and learn. So that's, at the end of the day, we are here to do with each other, is to teach and to also learn what we need to learn, and then teach what we need to teach from the experience we had it at, because there's the only that through that experience is the only way you're able to teach someone what not to do.
Yeah, we call that testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's really what it is. You know, you go through hardships or even not. You know, but at the end of the day, you don't take losses if you take lessons. If you learn lessons, you know.
Right.
So
You
everything
lose
that we
nothing.
go through, every stumble we've been on, every setback that we've encountered has all been literally a catalyst in our lives to propel us forward, and so we can teach the next generation how to overcome those obstacles. They will in turn run into their own version of obstacles. You feel me?
Right.
But we're going to give them that drive and that wisdom, that clarity. We're going to remove the veils so they can see clearly and get past those obstacles and get to you know, because what do we want as parents? You feel me? For our children to get to what we have, you know, better. I mean, to have it better. So, you
Yeah.
know, it's really that's really where I want this to go, man. Wherever you know God wants me to take it. And you know, if who knows, man, maybe I'm gonna sit on a platform of 100,000 followers on YouTube, and what I'm gonna be doing instead of playing video games is ministering. And like, who knows? Who knows? Like, he chose me to be a minister now, and now, you know,
Sky's the limit.
pretty much, man. You know, so I'm just grateful for just, you know, every day that we have. Blessed to be able to talk to my brothers. Blessed to be able to talk to, you know, all the people who are watching right now, and just, you know, um allowing God to move, man. Just use, you know, I'm an empty vessel, man. So just use me as you see fit, and guide me in my words.
You're not empty, man. You're not empty. You a vessel that is in need of motion. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you're utilized by your ability to do, which is to be perfect. So, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us say we're not perfect. However, I just believe that, because the definition of perfect is to be thorough and complete. And to be thorough and complete, meaning that something has both its flaws and not flaws. You get what I mean? In order for it to be flawless, it must have flaws to overcome.
Amen.
So, and what it means to be thorough and complete, it means to do something, and to do something, you're in the process of thoroughly understanding it to its completion.
Amen.
So
Amen.
you
I
are
like
perfect.
that.
You know what I'm saying? You are perfect in your own way. You know what I'm saying? You may not be perfect in a sense of, you know, you can't do nothing wrong. However, you are perfect whether you do wrong for trying to do right.
And by the way, I got 500 on Denver Nuggets, man. For anybody that want to lose a bag.
Now I'll tell you like this. It's gonna be Lakers and Miami in the finals.
500 Denver versus Boston in the finals.
I don't even watch
coming back.
basketball. Sorry, guys.
I don't
coming-
either. I don't either. Like, I just listen to the politics and the highlights
I'll
just
be
to laugh.
it's supposed to be Lakers versus Boston scripted, but
Nah, they want to script it, but I promise you it's going to be the Heat and the Lakers in the finals.
I don't know.
They want to bring back the bubble.
I don't see the Lakers. I don't see the Lakers beating Denver. But
Beating Denver?
yeah, I don't see them beating Nuggets, Lakers. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Now, is Miami up on Boston right now?
I believe so. I don't know. I like I said, I don't watch the shit. I just catch the highlights from my coworkers who watch it.
I hear you. Well, listen, that was Unified Media Dropping Gems, Season 2, Episode 1, The Wisdom Within. We had our very special guest co-host tonight, James Guerrero, James G, CEO and founder of Bats Battle and Night Riders. Make sure you play this back from beginning to end to get the gems, the wisdom, the love, and everything else in between that. And of course, my brother Ak, ONTL The One, back in the building. His brother has a record out. They Don't Want to See Me on YouTube
y'all
right
make sure
now.
y'all go stream
Go
that
check
right
that
now
stream,
on
Jack.
TL Wanwan, ONTL Wanwan on YouTube. They Don't Want to See Me. Of course, you'll catch me on TL Dewan and other brothers in there in our special little scene. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was fun making that video, and we're working on some other stuff coming right now too as well. So y'all stay tuned, stay live, man. Y'all keep tuning in. Let's get. They Don't Want to See Me an effort to 200,000 like the one video.
Oh, you already heard it live and direct. We'll see y'all next week. Tap in, hit the notification bell, subscribe to everybody's channel that's live with us right now. We'll see you on the other side, man. Be safe. Love.
Deuces. Appreciate everybody. Yup.
That was good.
Shit alright, saw me, car drive, saw me, yeah, shit alright, saw me, car drive, saw me. Used to sound like shit, yeah, they don't know how long it took. 11 years of writing pages in my composition book. Then I started singing hooks, a lot of different pills I took. Give my mind a different look. Remember I had to catch a joke, cause them perkies got me hooked. Remember I poured too many lines and almost died from all that syrup. Remember that time I broke down crying, cause thought my life would just get worse. Had to go get this work, but you can't write this verse.
No, you can't write this verse. All this pain dispersed. All that hate comes first. I remember those nights. Had to stay up on perks. Had to just make shit work. Gotta make that drop. Gotta make that chop. Gotta pour that line. Gotta mix that rock. Gotta keep shit locked. Gotta stay on clock. And I can't be stopped. That's all my life, bitch. Yeah, the shit I write. Saw me. Car drive. Saw me. It's on me. Yeah, the shit I write. Saw me. Car drive. Saw me. It's on me.